Gabby Turner here. Welcome to this pick a card reading in which we have three options, and we're going to be asking what made your person or what makes your person of interest fall in love with you. So what is about you that makes them fall in love with you? So that's the question today. We have three options. Option number one is Amaterasu. Option number two is Sekhmet. And option number three is Oya. So the goddesses are going to be listed by their name and the timestamps below. There's also information there about my Etsy shop and how to purchase personal readings if you're interested in that, which you can do from either my website or my Etsy shop. So these are your three options. Take time to get in touch with your intuition and decide which option or options are calling out to you, and then use those timestamps, and I will see you at your reading. Okay, group number one, you chose Amaterasu, I think I pronounced that wrong, but she's actually one of my favorite goddesses. She is a sun goddess. So I love that sun goddesses exist. I don't know. Because I think we tend to view the sun as more masculine energy. Maybe that's why. And yet the sun is just beautiful and radiant, so why not have a goddess represent the sun? When I was shuffling, I had two cards that flew out of the deck, and so I'm going to go ahead and take those. That's not something that normally happens for me, but I'm going to pay attention to it. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, what I think one of the things that this person, especially what has caused them to fall in love with you, is they feel that they have to grow up in order to match your energy, because they're seeing you as Queen of Pentacles, but they're the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight is sort of the interim level of maturity. When we look at the court cards in the tarot deck, we have the Pages, who are the youngest energy, the Knights that are the sort of middle ground in terms of their maturity, and then the Kings and the Queens are the most mature. So regardless of your specific ages, you might be older than this person. If so, they like that about you. I mean, they're attracted to you being older than them. But it may also have to do with just your maturity level and the fact that they want to grow up. They want to grow more mature. They want to learn how to be more responsible, how to be more dedicated, how to be more loyal, all of the things that this Knight of Pentacles represents. They want to be a hard worker. They want to earn your love and earn your respect, because they see you as a very responsible, respectable person yourself. So let's look more into it here. Okay, so we have the High Priestess, the Temperance card, and the Three of Pentacles. Maybe the two of you know each other through some sort of spiritual group or gathering, spiritual and or religious gathering, because the Temperance card, a lot of times it can have to do with the development of our spiritual or religious belief systems, and then the High Priestess as well can be more about our kind of personal, mystical, if you will, engagement with spirituality. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So it's like there's some sort of common ground here, I would say, that has to do with developing one's spiritual perspective in life, both through looking at what other people have taught, like, for example, going to hear a sermon or reading a religious text, but also from where it comes from within. Like we have spiritual knowledge within us, or that comes from more ethereal means, such as connecting to spirit guides and things like that. So we have multiple ways of gaining spiritual knowledge, acquiring that. I feel like your person sees you as someone who has a very respectable mindset about all of that. It's like they feel that you have refined your spiritual knowledge, and that's one of the things that they're like, I want to catch up with you. Okay, tell us more about that. I think one of the things in particular that they respect about you is the fact that you find God in all things and all places. God or goddess, the universe, whatever you want to call it, but like the the enlivening principle, you know, like the I don't know, the vitality of life. You know, I'm just going to use the word God, and you know what I mean here, but you find God everywhere, right? You don't just go to church to find God. You don't just go to the Bible to find God or some other religious text. I feel like maybe you made this person think outside of the box as it relates to that, because I do feel with the Death card here and the King of Swords, they might have been more someone who was a Bible thumper, or like went to the theology or the standard approach to religious or spiritual practices. They wanted to do it by the book, you know, even if this person was a witch. You know, like there's some people who practice witchcraft and they're very like stuck on rules and, well, this is the way that you do it, and you know what I mean? I feel like you, whatever your spiritual or religious belief systems are, you're looking for your connection to that in nature, perhaps. But you're looking for it everywhere. You know, like God is not in one boxed up location. God is ever present and omnipresent. And so I think that this had a strong impact on this person. Maybe they even sort of wanted to argue against you at first, but then they saw that your approach maybe was actually more wise and perhaps more mature in some way. You know, it's not, you saying that we can find God anywhere is not an excuse not to be a responsible person. It's a manner of being responsible for your own spirit and soul. Is there more about this part of it? I feel like they have some awareness too that you are someone who, whatever you express, you know, like you're someone who likes to talk about these things, spirituality and or religion, and you may feel sometimes that you are at odds with your own family or place of origin or tradition of origin, if you will. Like if you grew up in Christianity, for example, maybe you don't agree with the standard status quo approach, you know. I mean, there are many approaches to Christianity, but just as an example. So it's like you're adding your own thought processes to it. You're adding to the knowledge base. I feel like your person is seeing you that way. You're not someone who's just, I'm going to bed every night and I'm satisfied with absorbing everything that's been told to me and I'm not going to question it, right? You are someone who questions it, and you question it despite the fact that in many cases, questioning things is actually, sometimes it's forbidden in certain religious and spiritual practices, but it often is strongly discouraged, right? And it's like they're intrigued by this because not only have you questioned it, in doing so you've sort of added to the knowledge base of existing spiritual knowledge or awareness, right? Like, and you've even your family or like whatever spiritual tradition you're from, like has benefited in some way. Like their approach to whatever your spirituality or religion is has also been enhanced by you thinking outside the box. So these are the things that initially, that I think actually they were initially captivated by you because of that out of the box. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Tower card. So I don't know, maybe some of you have written books, or you've written blog entries, or you've made some sort of online content regarding spirituality or religion, or it could have just been, you know, speaking up, you know, at services or something like that. But like, I think what the initial impact this person had of you, or the initial impact you had on them, was like, oh wow, they're really forcing me to think outside the box. And I appreciate that because even though it doesn't fit neatly into the current structures of how I have been taught or led to believe, I feel like there's a lot of value in what group one is saying. You know, they're breaking the mold in a way that I really appreciate. So I think when they initially started becoming attracted to your energy, it had more to do with all of this. It was more their spiritual and religious perspective. It wasn't like immediately like a romantic thing. So how did it turn into a romantic attraction? I think it started to become more romantic to them when maybe their ego started to get a little bit fed by the situation. And I think that happened when maybe they shared their thoughts and their perspectives. They're like, you know, your thoughts and perspectives are really interesting, but I also want to start sharing mine. And they felt like you did like what they had to offer. Yeah, they felt like you were definitely willing to very deeply and thoughtfully consider, like, I don't know, maybe they read a book, or that maybe they recommended a book to you and you actually read it and then like came back with like, oh, these are the notes I've made about the book that you recommended. Or sometimes they feel like they got a very deep and thoughtful response from you when they also wanted to share their ideas, because they're like, I think they felt like, you know, we're all teaching each other, but we're all learning from each other as well. And they didn't want to just be a chump who's only here to absorb. Yeah, they felt like that energy needed to be balanced out a little bit, with them maybe bringing more of their own spiritual awareness, belief systems, thought processes to the table. Yeah, so we have the Seven of Swords clarifying the Eight of Cups here. I don't know, it's like almost like they felt that was what was missing between the two of you, was them giving their input to you. So they started giving you their input. You seemed to like it and to very thoughtfully consider their thoughts. And that's when they started to become interested in you romantically. I feel like whenever this happened, it could have been also that the two of you were at some sort of crossroads in life. Like one of you was really going through a major significant change in life. Another one of you may have already been involved in a relationship, or if it wasn't a relationship, something that really took a lot of your focus. So maybe a job or something. But there were opportunities with the Six of Cups. You know, once they started feeling romantically attracted, there were opportunities, I feel, for them to show that they cared about you. And I feel like that's what they did. They started making it more obvious. Like, I'm really sweet on you. They were saying things, they were doing things. And, but yeah. So I feel like that's when they started feeling that way. Anything else about this journey? I just kind of feel like you on your end weren't really sure what to do with that. When they started showing you romantic attention, for some reason, we have the Six of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. It's like maybe you doubted that it could be successful, or maybe you personally doubted that the two of you were right for each other. You may have thought, we also have 666, you know, this previous 6 card. I don't know, there's something about, I think you noticed it. You noticed that they were paying attention to you in a romantic way, but it made you anxious. And it could be that you just felt, for some reason, it was wrong for the two of you to be together, especially maybe if one of you was already in a relationship. or for other reasons, maybe you just felt like, I don't think we're right for each other. I don't know if this would actually work. Like maybe there are feelings, but just because there are feelings doesn't mean that something would actually work, so to speak. So I feel like you may have pulled away, or at the very least felt sort of, I don't know, anxious or nervous about it. But anyway, this seems to be what led them to be in love with you. Anything else here? Nope, I'm getting 3 cards reversed, so I feel like that is the end of this reading. Now, if you want a full reading, they're usually about 30 minutes in length, personal reading, you can purchase those using the links below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group 2, you chose goddess Sekhmet. And let's go ahead and see why your person is in love with you, how they fell in love with you. We got a whole kind of story going on with group 1, which I didn't expect. So we'll see what happens with you guys. Okay, so what makes your person in love with you, or what has caused them to fall in love with you? Okay, we have a sort of similar energy starting off with. So the shared energy is the Empress card. Their energy is the 6 of Swords. Yours is the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like maybe there was a shared mindset about having children, or the proper way to raise children. Something here. So if you already have children, I would say that they really respect your approach. If not, maybe the two of you have talked about how you would want to raise kids, or they have some awareness of it. In any case, I feel like they think, you know, part of it with this 6 of Swords too, the 6 of Swords is about improving upon the past. So maybe there were some things about the way they were raised as a child that they're like, I would do that better. You know, I wouldn't do that the same way that my parents did. Or there are certain aspects of my childhood that I still need to heal from. And you seem to be someone who could understand that. I feel group 2, you can understand my childhood wounds, and and also you can understand the amount of energy that I spend on trying to improve and grow and develop, and my desire, if I am a parent, or if I'm going to be a parent, like to be the best possible parent that I can be. Yeah, so I do feel like they saw you also as some sort of rock of support, someone who would be very understanding and supportive. I kind of am getting the feeling that in terms of your all's journey, I think this person knew about you before the two of you even met. So they had heard about you somehow, and I feel like they were more intrigued and interested in you when you were like not even aware that their focus was on you. You know, you may not have even known them, or if you both knew of each other, like you were just going about your own life, I feel like. But I feel like they knew a lot about you, or they knew something about you before you met. And it's like people had whispered about you. For some of them, it almost feels like they did have some sort of nudge from the angelic realm, like their spirit guides or their angels were giving them signs that you were a special person to them somehow. I think that they have a feeling with this Death card. I think they have a feeling that the two of you have had at least another lifetime together that was very significant. Maybe multiple lifetimes, but they do have this feeling of a soulmate bond, a bond between your two souls that goes beyond just one existence or one lifetime. And I feel like they have gotten signs that to them encourage them to believe that that is true. You know, it's not just because they want it to be true. I mean, you know, sometimes people do just want things to be true, but I'm just saying, like, they keep getting affirmations, you know. Yeah, I think with this Seven of Cups, like lots of different omens or signs or messages telling them group 2 is special to me somehow. Ace of Pentacles, you know, and I don't know if they necessarily knew initially that you're special to them in a romantic way. They're just like, I know that this person has an important impact on me. I do also feel, so there's something else going on between the two of you. I think once you did learn who they were or become aware of them, and so it was mutual, you know, like I said, I think they became aware of you first, or like became intrigued by you first. But when it became mutual, I feel like there was something that still sort of came between the two of you, because on their end we have the Justice. There's something that is legal. It could be a marriage, a divorce, even some sort of inheritance or settlement, or maybe they're just going through some sort of lawsuit. The center energy is the Emperor card, and then your energy is the Hanged Man. So to me, and it's like they're surrounded by rats. I feel like, you know, there's something about this journey with this person where they were going through something legal. You started to become aware of who they were, and the interest between the two of you was mutual at this point. But I think it's like you kind of had to hold back on your end, because you're like, I just don't think this is right. There's something, it doesn't feel right to me. But I think both of you were more focused on yourselves as individuals as well. Like, you know, they're thinking like, I need to do what I need to do for myself right now. I need to do what's best for me. And you're also thinking, I need to do what's best for me. Okay, give us more information. Okay, they're represented by the Hierophant. Yeah, I do feel like there could be an issue of this person having been married or something like that. And it's like you could sense that there was a mutual admiration with the Star card being the shared energy. And then your energy is the Two of Wands. You know, you're still running away. Like the Two of Wands normally is like, we're noticing the chemistry, you know, it's still kind of like crushy or like initial attraction. Like you were noticing that, like, oh, I think we're vibing, you know, I think there's a sort of chemistry or mutual attraction. But like, I feel like you were running the other way. And you may have been specifically like running, trying to find someone else to be attracted to instead of them. I feel like you were kind of looking for a replacement, whether you even realized that's what you were doing or not. Because I think you just were like, the timing isn't right or something. This person is either married, or they're going through a divorce, or they're going through some other sort of legal issue. Yeah, I mean, now they're represented by the Ten of Pentacles. It feels like there are marriage issues or like some sort of heavy family karma that's legal in nature that they were going through. And you just were like, I need to focus on myself. Like, I do feel like this person did trigger some sort of spiritual awakening within you with the Judgment card, because it almost like gave you like a fight or flight response. Like they were coming on strong, like being very open, I think, about their interest in you. And your reaction was fight or flight. You're like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. Let me focus on any other area of my life, you know, like, and I think it actually did lead you to a lot of personal growth, like very drastic, abrupt, monumental personal growth, because you chose, I'm going to focus on me. I'm not going to get pulled into this because it feels like there's too much ego going on or something like that. Or, you know, it just feels a little bit too, Yeah, and I feel now they're the lovers. Okay, let's run this down. First, they were, what were they represented by at first? It was like the the Justice card, the Hierophant, the Ten of Pentacles, and now the Lovers. I feel like this is someone who's in an ongoing relationship. And yeah, the two of you kind of do have love for each other. Maybe you're even in love with each other, but you're represented by the Three of Swords. So I kind of feel like even to the point that you're watching this in the timeline, you probably are still feeling like the odd person out. Like, I'm the extra. I'm the third wheel here, and I don't like, it hurts to be the third wheel because you are already in a relationship. And it seems like a kind of a long-term relationship, significant, perhaps a marriage. But yeah, so why did they fall in love with you was the initial question. I mean, I think that they do feel like, I guess it goes back to, they feel like you have some inner child wounds. We have the Page of Cups here that they just get, you know, and for whatever reason to them, they have like a strong belief that the two of you are soulmates, your past lifetime lovers or something. And I don't know, I feel like for them, they almost appreciate that type of love that's more ephemeral than a like actual significant relationship love. Back in like medieval times, they called this courtly love. You know, it's, in other words, like we love each other, but maybe we have to love each other from a distance. And so it's love. It's more ephemeral. It's more mystical. You know, maybe we're not even having sex. Maybe we've never even kissed. Maybe we've never even held hands or anything. But like, it's like the emotion of it, that mystical feeling of like we mean something important to each other. To this person, it's almost, with this magician, it's, I would say, brain candy. Like they love thinking about it. Like this to them is very enrapturing, to have a love that is more mystical. To them, that almost feels more real than the person that they're like setting up a home with, or, you know, have been married to for like, who knows, a decade or two, who knows, you know. This ephemeral high priestess type of love is more real to them somehow. And also, like, it has something to do with both of your all's inner child wounds. Tell me more about how they're seeing your inner child wounds, because I definitely feel like there could be some sort of significant sibling rivalry or sibling drama in your life. We have the Five of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Temperance, where like maybe you had to fight it out with your siblings, but ultimately you had to choose the high road, or, you know, choose to put up boundaries with them. Anyway, I feel like whatever is going on with you with your inner child wounds or your family wounds from your past, the person you're watching this for, they feel a lot of empathy. It's like they want to be there for you. In the Five of Pentacles, the church in the background is the warmth that we don't know exists. The warmth and the support that we don't even realize exists. You probably don't understand the degree to which the person you're watching this for really is a supportive person. They're on your side. If you've had some sort of battle with a sibling or with some other family member or whatever, like this person is on your side. They're rooting for you. They're team group 2. Okay. So anything else about this person's love for you and their love connection? You know, despite the fact that they enjoy this sort of mystical, ephemeral type of love more than they do the like quote unquote, we're in a relationship type of love, it does worry them that the way that the connection is between the two of you gives you, group 2, a lot of independence, right? because you're not in a relationship with them. And so the rules don't apply. Like, you could go out and form a connection with someone else, have feelings for someone else, develop a relationship with someone else, which it seems like that's what your person here is doing. So it does cause them anxiety knowing that. You know, even though they put on a pedestal that more mystical type of love, they also know that it would still hurt to see you having something more concrete with another person. So I do think that they are hoping that maybe someday the two of you will have an opportunity to have something more real. But they're not sure if you would even want it, you know, like after what they put you through with. Yeah, they really feel like they hope that someday they have the opportunity to have something real with you, but they feel like if they ever got to that point, if the timing ever was right for that, you know, them being single for one thing, they're like, group 2 is probably not going to want to have anything to do with me by that time. So I don't know. It's like they're trying to make the most of it on an emotional level that they can, because they don't necessarily see there being an opportunity for the two of you to have a real concrete future. But they know the emotions are still there, and they still want to get to experience those emotions and love you with their full heart. Anything else for group 2? Okay, so we're getting 3 cards reversed, so that's telling me that we have come to the end of the reading. I do hope that it was helpful. If you're interested in a personal reading, links for that are below, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group 3, you chose Goddess Oya, so let's go ahead and see why your person has fallen in love with you and what has led them to that. I didn't expect going into this that I was going to get a sort of storyline. We have the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, but in the first 2, I did get a sort of storyline of how their love developed. I feel like in your all's case, this person is actively in the process of falling in love with you, with that Ace of Swords and Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, they're falling in love with you as we speak. So it's not something that has already happened and they're already there. They're like in the middle of it. So they're feeling it. They're feeling the love for you, but like they're still falling. You know, it's... So let me see. For group 3, what... You have the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess reversed, and the Four of Wands reversed. Wow. They just think you're amazing. They think that you are such a loving person. They feel your love without you even having to say it. You don't have to put it into words. They just feel it. It's like, I don't know, they can feel like the energy all over their body. Yeah. Without you saying anything, without you even hugging them, they feel your hug. It's like a, you know, to me, sometimes the Ten of Swords, even on its own, can indicate falling in love. Because it can be a sort of painful, scary process. Very life-altering. But yeah, like your energy is around them. I feel like they feel it in their body sometimes, like tingles or something. It makes them think of you. Like maybe you're thinking about them and they feel tingles. I don't know. Huh. I felt that once before with a twin flame of mine. So I'm not feeling it right now, but like I know what is being brought up here. And this person feels that with you. Like they'll be thinking about you and like imagining saying something to you in their head. They're like imagining a conversation and all of a sudden they'll feel the tingles. And it can be like on their arm, as if like what it would feel like if you brushed against their arm, or like it could feel like a hug, I feel like. Sometimes it could even feel like a kiss, like you're kissing them, but they're picking up your energy more like energetically. Now guys, it's been a long time since I've done readings that were more like this, where it's like people picking up spiritual energy from each other rather than like what's happening in real life, like proximity to each other, but that has been coming up a lot in this video. But yeah, I mean, they have a sort of telepathic, and they feel it physically in their body, that they feel this connection to you. Sometimes they're not even sure what to do with it. Like, it's very strong sometimes. Like, it's overpowering. I mean, they do like it, but they're also like, wow, I don't even know. My brain cannot, you know, my brain can't comprehend what's happening. Like, why am I having such a reaction? Like, I've never experienced anything like this before, where I was just physically feeling someone's energy, even though that person's not present. And they feel love too. Like, they know that you love them. Like, they get this reassuring, loving feeling when this happens. And it comes to them at times when they most need it as well. When they're most sad, they will get like an overwhelming like rush of this love tingle. We'll just call it a psychic love tingle that they feel from you. Like this beautiful psychic loving embrace, and your energy is just all around them. Okay, so why are they in the process of falling in love? I think it's been a real struggle for this person to feel safe, to find someone that they feel like they can really let down their hair with, so to speak, and feel like they can be their real true selves. And I don't have to impress you. I don't have to be something that I'm not. They feel that possibility and potential with you, because they feel like you do the same for them. Like, they feel like you're not putting forth a facade with me. Like, you're being your real true self, and you seem to feel comfortable doing that. That's how they're interpreting you, at least. And it makes them feel like they can do the same with you. It's like group 3 will accept me as I really am. They don't need me to be a pretender. Yeah, they've been searching for that. They've been searching for a heart of gold. We have the Moon card, the Death card, and the 5 of Cups. I think they've had a lot of bad experiences with this searching for a heart of gold, though, because they have been thinking before that they'd found someone like you who also really understood them and made them feel at home within themselves. You know, ultimately, we have to find that feeling for ourselves. We can't expect someone else to provide it for us. But they have made that mistake before, and it's always kind of end up burning them. You know, they ended up growing from it, but they got their heart hurt. They've been heartbroken in the past by falling in love with someone, thinking, oh, this is someone I can be safe with. This is someone I can really be myself around. And then they found out that it wasn't true, and they got heartbroken. But regardless, they do feel that you are someone they also had that experience with, and I guess they're hopeful that this time it's that heart of gold that they've always been looking for. Yeah, I feel like they view you as someone who has a lot of integrity, you know, like definitely there's an energy of you speaking your mind, and they appreciate that. You're not trying to just say the things that will ingratiate others towards you. You're saying what you really think. You're providing judgments of things with this Queen of Swords. You're providing them openly with 8 of Wands and the Sun card. You're not trying to hide it. Like, if you agree with someone, or if you like someone, you'll make it known. But if you're like not having it, and you're like, I do not agree with you, you are so wrong. Like, you can kind of cut someone to shreds a little bit, you know. But they appreciate this about you, because they don't have to guess at who you are. And I feel like they've had to guess a lot at who people were in the past. And that was part of what led to their heartbreak in the past. So they're like, I feel like I know where I stand with group 3, and I like that. At the same time, they feel like you walk in mystery a lot at the same time. Like you're not trying to hide who you are, but there's still a lot that they don't know about you. They want to know more about you. I do feel like this person has like bedroom eyes for you. Like they haven't, I feel like for most of you, they haven't seen that part of that side of you, like, but they want physical intimacy with you. Yeah, but it would be like a very like lover boy physical, not just like a hit it and quit it or whatever. It would be like very lover. I don't know why I want to say lover boy, but like, what am I trying to say? Okay. Like they would make it very romantic. If they had an opportunity to get in the bedroom with you, like it would be very romantic. They would be lighting the candles, putting on the mood music. Like they wouldn't just be jumping right into the physical part of it or taking off the clothes. There would be a lot of like ambiance and like romanticizing. You know, they might even serenade you or read you poems, or it's like a very over the top romantic type of feeling. I feel like this person, one of the things they are attracted to about you as well is maybe where you're from, or like how your home is, or where you live. It's like they would want to visit you where you're at, because I feel like they feel like that would be a good place, like to get close. Like if it was like, are we going to my place or yours, they would want to go to yours. And it's not because they have anything to hide, but it's because they feel like that would give them a better insight into who you are. If they could get into your personal space like that, they're like, oh, this would be a treasure trove of me, like really like getting the juice, getting the tea, I guess, on group 3. Yeah, because they have this feeling that there's just something different about you. Like they do feel like you're not trying to hide who you are, but they also feel like you're so multifaceted that they haven't seen all of those facets, you know, and they want to see those facets. They want to see you from every angle, baby. Yeah, but I do have a like take it slow type energy. You're the first group that was really like a lot has come up about what they want in the bedroom with you. But again, I think part of it is because this person is still in the process of falling in love. Like they like it too. Like they want that warmth and physical closeness to you. They want pillow talk. They definitely want a lot of pillow talk, like eye contact while we're laying next to each other or just sitting in the bedroom together, you know, talking. Like lots of lead up, you know, lots of like conversational foreplay, if you will. Yeah, they want to get things warmed up first. They're not trying to jump into it. Yeah, because they want to make you feel good. They want to warm you up so that when the thing happens, you know, like when the thing happens, you know, like when the action starts, that's, you know what I mean. They want you to be very happy. They want you to have the best experience in the bedroom that you've had with anybody. Because that's what they want you to attach that experience to them. Yeah, they want you to feel like nobody else is ever going to be able to be a substitute for them. So, okay, back to the question at hand. Why did they fall in love with you? I mean, I think that we've already said it because I'm getting 3 cards reversed. So it's like there's nothing else to be said. So what was said here in this reading is what you were meant to hear. It's what you needed to hear. These were the insights. But yeah, this person is properly falling in love with you. Any guidance for group 3? Justice. Well, this person is definitely significant to you. I would say, like, don't overthink it. Like, you might overanalyze it, and this person, whoever you're watching this for, they're definitely meant to be in your life. The impact they're having on your life is very significant. And I think the advice to you is to kind of roll with it and allow it to happen rather than overthinking it and thinking, oh, this shouldn't be happening, or I don't know what to think about this. Just like allow it. Just have the experience, basically. Have the experience. Allow your own heart to open up, because I think that you're still falling as well. You probably not even have fallen as much as they have, but you got to let that heart open up a little bit. And when we allow the mind to be too much in control, it can really block the heart space. So open up the heart space, let go of the mental overthinking, and allow yourself to feel the feels, because the feelings are good, I think. Unless you're overanalyzing, then you get yourself into danger territory. All right, group 3, let me know what you think. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.